Everything worked out for you. The business was successful, but now it's time to retire. Take it easy. You're going to sell your business. Or you've decided you can't take the company life anymore. You want to buy a business. In both of these situations, you need financial and legal advice more than ever. Both of the transactions, buying or selling, are complicated, very paper-intensive, and also very detail-oriented. You have to look at everything. The first question is how much does it cost? How much do I have to pay now? How much can I finance? Can I get a small business association loan? All of those questions have to be answered ahead of time, and you need to know generally what your parameters are. How high can I go? How low can I hope for? And what can I ultimately settle with? Either way, you're going to have to make a large commitment of your resources and assets, or of the effort that you've made in order to receive resources and assets in the event that you're the seller. The other important part you have to focus on is the due diligence aspect of it. If you're selling the business, prepare your documents, your corporate records, and more importantly, your financial records to provide to a potential buyer. Enter into a confidentiality agreement with that person to make sure that the information you're providing is not going to appear with your competitor or won't be used against you at a later time by that person. People that will not sign those non-disclosures or confidentiality agreements, do not deal with them. Once you've decided exactly the business that you're going to approach and the one that you may make an offer or may wish to sell, and you've completed your due diligence, now you have to ask yourself, is it an asset sale or is it a stock sale? If it's a sale of assets, you're only buying the assets and you can exclude liabilities. That tends to cut your way if you are buying and against you if you are selling. The tax ramifications of a stock versus an asset sale have to be examined immediately. That's the purpose of the financial person, and to understand the financial statements. If the business is a small business, financial statements tend to be somewhat obscure. There are entries in there that don't quite make sense that you're going to have to understand and probe and ask questions about. If you decide a stock sale, you're now taking on all of the good and the bad in the form of liabilities that may exist that you may be surprised about. That's where the contract comes into play, to make sure that there are warranties, guarantees, and representations by the seller, and also by the buyer to a lesser extent, that the information that's contained in the financial statements is accurate, that you're not going to lose your biggest client the day after you purchase the business, or a month after you purchase the business, that you're not going to receive a summons and complaint all of a sudden that you're stuck dealing with due to the prior owner's malfeasance or whatever he was up to. Ultimately, you're going to have to decide how this fits in with your life, too, on a bigger picture of going from a corporation, for example, to running a business is a completely different enterprise, or going from actively working a business for 25 years to retirement is also a large change. Make sure that you're prepared for both of those situations and that you've thought about it, and you're making all the right moves you can to ensure that you're going to be successful. The cornerstone of that, though, is obtain good advice, legal and financial.
We're not just here to solve your problems today, we're ready to provide long-term solutions. Call today for the most effective solutions for you and your business.